It's finally that time. The first trailer for the new HBO Harry Potter series was just released. We're gonna analyze it. I know we've all been waiting so long for this, so let's just get right into it.
I told you. You are a normal boy.
The first ever shot we get from this new series is of Vernon and Privet Drive. It seems to have almost the exact same layout as what it used to have in the movies, with the stairs on the right, the hallway leading right into like a kitchen area. It's even got similar wallpaper with like this floral pattern, and also the carpet is green, which we saw in the Chamber of Secrets. On top of all this, it's got the same two doors, the door straight down the middle and the door to the left one leading to the living room in the movies. The table in the back where Uncle Vernon is reading his newspaper is a little bit different from the movies, where that would be like the kitchen with a little like island, you could say. I feel like we're back at home with Harry being shoved into the cupboard again. On the right, Harry's got a few little paintings to decorate the room. He's also got these like orange headphones on the left, which are like some old style headphones you'd see in the year 1991, because that is when this series takes place.
And you're going to start acting like one.
Now this one surprised me. Harry is running through a school. He later gets beat up by Dudley's gang, which consists of Pierce Polkus, Dennis, Gordon, and Malcolm. These are the kids in Order of the Phoenix, but again, they're much older, but now we're going back to them being younger. As I said, seeing Harry's school never really happens in the books. It's hinted at that Harry gets bullied even while at school by Dudley's gang, and that they oftentimes chase Harry, but again, we never see them at the school. Because the first episode is rumored to end when we get to Hogwarts, you would assume that they're trying to fill up a lot of the background stuff we'll need to know right in this first episode, including when Harry would be at Muggle school. The school tie that Dudley is wearing, we can assume that all the kids have to wear, which is also the tie we saw in Harry's cupboard in the scene right before this. It's got the blue and white stripes. Let's keep going.
You think you're something special? There is nothing special about you.
We finally get to see Aunt Petunia cutting Harry's hair. I'm assuming they're in the living room, but I can't really confirm that. In the back, there's another dining room table, but it oddly looks like a different one than what we saw in the first shot. There's no red drapes behind this one, and also the chair looks like a little bit of a darker shade of wood that could just be the shadow, but again, this area doesn't seem like the same one we saw earlier. In this series, Vernon is played by Daniel Rigby, Petunia is played by Belle Powley, and Dudley is played by Amos Kitson. While I'm at it, our new Harry is Dominic McLaughlin. Harry receives his Hogwarts letter in almost the exact same scene that was originally in the movies. The only real difference is the font of the letter being in a more cursive style, and also it being kind of on the left instead of centered on the letter.
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met. They were funny and clever, and they stood up for what they believed was right.
The next scene is Hagrid and Harry on the train. We actually do get this scene in the movies, it's just only a deleted scene, so it was never included. It's also the exact same framing, it's amazing. We actually already saw a bit of this scene from some of the early set photos that were released, with Harry wearing this exact same outfit and Hagrid being in the same outfit. This is when they're heading to Diagon Alley to get Harry his school supplies. Hagrid here is being played by Nick Frost. I'm not going to make any early judgments besides that I'm not too sure if I like this voice. It sounds a little bit too normal. In the books, Hagrid doesn't explain anything about Harry's parents here on the train, but I guess we're hearing it now. In the movies, it's after they visit Diagon Alley and in the Leaky Cauldron. Maybe less surprising, because again, this is in the books, but Harry has the exact same circular glasses that Daniel Radcliffe had in the original movies. His eyes look a bit blue or teal rather than the green it's supposed to be. I'm not sure if maybe I'm just colorblind or if maybe they're just taking a different direction with the eye color. But now that we're getting this TV series, it should really be green. Also, why are his pupils so big? I'm wondering if this is like maybe he goes into a flashback from here, or he's imagining something. We're zoomed in on his eyes, so that pupil dilation must have a reason for it, but we'll find that out when the episode comes out. Harry's scar is on the top left of his forehead. That would be his right. It's the same as it was in the original films. Before this trailer came out, people thought that this might be changed to be in the middle of his forehead like it is in the books, but I guess it would probably does look better when it's on the side instead of the middle. It's not really a big deal, but it isn't book accurate.
The next time I see you will be in Hogwarts.
We're back at King's Cross Station. I'm guessing this is before Harry meets the Weasleys because he's kind of standing there kind of questioning everything and he doesn't really know what he's doing. It seems as though they also brightened up the colors of King's Cross Station. We know from set photos that they actually never filmed anything at King's Cross Station, they just built a set for it. So I'm not sure if this is green screen or what it is, because it really does look like King's Cross Station, just now with a lot more like teal in the like rafters. But it looks great. In the far left, we can barely get our first look at Ginny Weasley. She's watching Harry sprint down the path towards platform 9 3/4. And look, there's Hedwig. I guess birds are harder to distinguish from one to another, but this snowy owl literally looks like the Hedwig we had in the films. No one's looking at Harry as he's running by. That's weird because multiple times in the books it's mentioned that people are trying to be discreet as they're trying to pass through the platform. We assume that the muggles can see the wizards as they pass through the platform, so now it's kind of weird that Harry is running straight down the platform. Maybe it's a book change. I don't know. I guess I'm not complaining because the shot looks great. Behind Mrs. Weasley and our first look at Ron Weasley, by the way, we see a sign that says lost and then some word. I got no clue what it says. There's also a little sign in the bottom right for a cafe. Again, this is a little bit new. From a few photos we've got, it looks like that the platform 9 3/4 almost is a different complete area than King's Cross. It's almost like secluded in a way. I bet they're trying to make it kind of like Diagon Alley where there's stores, gift shops, restaurants, cafes. And so that's why maybe we see that cafe sign in the bottom right. Why does Hogsmeade Station look a little bit like AI? I think it's the lighting. Not too big of a fan of that. The Hogwarts Express has a different number on the front. In the original movies, it was 5972, but now it's 5977. Don't know why they feel like they had to do that, especially when it's so close to the same number, but you're free to do whatever. Next, Hagrid is leading all the first years down to the boats. Hagrid seems to be double their height, so I'm guessing he's around 8 to 9 feet tall. That's similar to what he was in the movies, around 8.5 feet, but in the books, he's 11.5 feet. Another book inaccuracy, but 11 feet is probably very hard to frame in a shot, so him being 8 or 9 feet isn't a big deal.
Mr. Potter.
We get our first look at the interior of Hogwarts. If you look at my reaction, I was dumbfounded. This would be the Hogwarts entrance hall that ends up connecting to the Great Hall. We see McGonagall standing there as the students walk in. She's just standing there in the center waiting to greet the students. The door that Hagrid knocks on, I originally thought could just be a shot from a different scene, but no, this is the main doors to Hogwarts because when these doors open up, we see the same design on it. The sign above reads, "Welcome to Hogwarts, first years." I really like the detail that we're like welcoming the first years. Not sure where the other banners are, but on the left we see the Gryffindor and Slytherin banners. You assume that the Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw ones would then be on the right because this is the entrance hall and we're celebrating all houses, but leave that to the filmmakers. In the very, very back are two longer banners with the Hogwarts crest in the center of it. We're assuming that this is a new Hogwarts crest that we've never seen before, but we don't get a good look at it just yet. Next, we get a shot of McGonagall played by Janet McTeer. In my opinion, it looks a little bit odd, but I'll let Janet cook. We also get a look at the sorting hat, which kind of looks like it already has that face that's ready to pop out with the mouth right there, similar to how it does in the movies.
I think we can expect great things from you.
This is our new golden trio. Ron Weasley is played by Alistair Stout, and Hermione Granger is played by Arabella Stanton. They look great. They're on the opposite side of the hall that they entered through. We know this because of the two banners hanging in the back with the Hogwarts crest, like I mentioned, and also that staircase. As a kid walks by, he turns around to look at Harry. Hermione, Ron, and Harry don't really become best friends until around Halloween after they defeat the troll. So that would mean this scene is probably around midway through the series. There seems to be badges on the heart of the robes. That would probably be a Gryffindor badge, which again is never mentioned in the books or movies. Similar to how a prefect badge would work, I bet they start stacking as you get more of them. Someone also seems to be flying a Slytherin banner on the right. Maybe this is before or after a Quidditch match and they're trying to show their house pride. We get a quick shot of Ollivander, he's looking good. Let's see what's next. I'm not 100% sure what this class would be, but I'm 99% sure that's the History of Magic classroom. This is a class taught by Professor Binns, a ghostly professor. Never in the movies, only in the books. We're happy to see it. I'm assuming it's that class because of the two kids sleeping next to Harry. Professor Binns is known for being a boring teacher and everyone always falls asleep during his classes. While we're at this shot, Hermione is sitting there in front of Harry. Next to Harry, I'm assuming is maybe Seamus based off the haircut. But like many things in this video, it's a guess. We get another great shot of Hogwarts, but this time I'm thinking we're in the Gryffindor common room. And this next shot is definitely the Gryffindor common room. This first shot is definitely the Gryffindor common room because of the same chandeliers and railings that we see in the next shot. There's Draco, Crabbe, Goyle, and Pansy Parkinson. Draco is played by Lox Pratt. I don't have much to say about them, but they look great. Harry and Ron open the Nimbus 2000 broom. On the right, it reads quick as a snitch. McGonagall's the one that orders this for Harry so that he can play on the Gryffindor Quidditch team. Maybe obvious, but they're keeping the same Quidditch goalpost hoops that we see in the movies, where they're all at different heights.
Let's see who you are.
Here's the game of Quidditch between Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. In this game, George Weasley hits a bludger at Snape, who is refereeing. He does this because Snape was unfairly penalizing the Gryffindor team. In the books, to end this game, Harry catches the snitch, which wins them the game. We see most of both of the two teams. The Gryffindor team consists of Harry, Fred, George, Oliver Wood, Angelina Johnson, Katie Bell, and Alicia Spinnet. The kids watching the game seem to be wearing quite normal clothes and not cloaks. The one kid even has a baseball cap on. It seems like we're going to be taking the Prisoner of Azkaban route where kids are allowed to wear whatever they want, as long as they're probably not in classes. We also see Ron and Hermione cheering for Harry. Harry walks out on the pitch with one of the Weasley twins and this older Hufflepuff student on the left. He looks a bit old, can I say? So, I'm guessing he's just an older, 7th year, but he kind of looks like a full-grown adult. Another note people might be happy about is, you see those brooms right there? They no longer have footholds. The movies added these footholds on the brooms, which doesn't really fit a broom's design, but now we got rid of them, and we'll see how they look with their feet maybe dangling. Now we've got the herbology greenhouses. These were never in the Philosopher's Stone movie and first appeared in Chamber of Secrets. Pomona Sprout is teaching up there in the front, who is the head of the Hufflepuff house. Hermione is standing there next to Neville, and then on the right of Neville is Lavender Brown, and then there's Parvati Patil. Lavender and Parvati are best friends, so it's great to see this right away. The greenhouse is looking fantastic, and I can't wait to see these scenes. We're now in the Great Hall watching Harry and Ron race each other on the house tables. Now this looks like a very fun scene, but we've never seen this in the books. I'm trying to wonder what scene this could possibly even be for. The layout of the Great Hall looks pretty much exactly the same as it does in the movies, with the strip of wood on the bottom. We also see that fireplace there too. Part of me feels like this is over Christmas, where maybe there's no one in the school. Their outfits kind of look bright. I don't know. There's also one more person who enters the frame in the last second, but I can't really make out who that is. Again, it's not in the book, so I can't really even take a guess. We also see Harry and Ron playing on the train, which is a great detail. The next thing we get is Harry and Ron throwing snowballs over Christmas break. With them in the back is the new Ernie Macmillan and the new Hannah Abbott on the right. Also, that shrub on the left almost looks like one of these leaked house animal bushes we see in one of these courtyards. It could not be that, but it definitely is that. Hagrid's doing snow angels in the snow, I'm not complaining. In this next shot, I'm almost thinking this is either the divination stairwell or the Defense Against the Dark Arts stairwell. They look quite similar to the same shot in the movies we get in the 3rd and 4th movie. One was for the divination, one was for DADA, so it could go either way. Looks great though. The Gryffindor Quidditch team is putting all their hands in the center, probably before a match. They're in the Gryffindor Quidditch tent, and this is actually the first time we ever see this tent. The inside was never shown in the movies. And this is the shot we got teased before this trailer came out. From this water view, we know that this game is between Slytherin and Hufflepuff. We see the banners up ahead. There's a lot of people gathered in the front, some kids and some adults. I'm wondering if parents are now allowed to come to their kids' Quidditch matches. They're also wearing quite normal clothes. We saw it earlier at the Quidditch game, but again, they don't wear robes to these games. From the wider view, we also know that there's a banner in the top left with Fred and George's name on it. Harry's wearing the number 7 like he did in the films, which also reflects the magical number which comes up in the books constantly. His outfit's also looking pretty good. We got this shot from the back, but also we got one earlier from the front. The outfit looks good, and you know they'll be selling those robes like wildfire. I'm now wondering, why is Harry walking alone towards the stadium? Was his tent far away? We know from this shot that he enters with the rest of the team, so either they meet there, or Harry leaves early, or maybe he's late. A little bit of fun and games with Ron and Harry in the Gryffindor fireplace. They're cooking something up, reminded me of s'mores. Maybe it's something similar like a candy. We also get a great look at Hermione. She has her mouth open a bit. In the book, she has buck teeth. It doesn't really look like they're doing that here. They could be doing that. I don't know, but again, it looks great, so I'm not really gonna say anything. And we also get a really good look at her badge. It seems to be the Hogwarts H with maybe red. Maybe everyone has the Hogwarts H and then their house color. We'll find out. It's our first look at Papa Essayadu as Professor Severus Snape. A bit of a controversial casting, but we do not hate here, so I'm expecting him to do great. It seems as if he's in the dungeons of Hogwarts using the spell Lumos. He could be trying to catch Harry as he's out at night. We also get a shot of Dumbledore played by John Lithgow, an American actor. Not quite sure about that hat. I wish it was maybe a little bit more pointy. Looks kinda weird. But he's got his half-moon spectacles, which are book accurate, amazing. That thing he's holding in his hand is known as a tuning fork. This never comes up in the book, so I'm wondering if this is related to Fluffy and maybe using music to calm her down. Because other than that, I have really no clue why you would have a tuning fork.
Are you really Harry Potter?
At the end of the trailer, we get the trio all meeting on the Hogwarts Express. Similar to the movie scene, but it's a little bit different. Ron does the which is similar to the Ron Weasley in the movie, which goes wicked. Ron's also got the dirt on his nose, which he has in the movies, and it is in the books. Maybe we'll find out why he's got that. I'm assuming flu powder, but, you know, maybe it's something different. At the very end of the trailer, it says Christmas 2026. We're getting it a little bit sooner than I expected because it was originally rumored to be early 2027. I know what I'll be doing. You most certainly will not be seeing me on Christmas. And that was the trailer. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I have no doubt that this is going to be one of the biggest series of 2026 and 2027 and beyond for the next 10 years. So many of these shots in this trailer were just absolutely stunning. Some made me question a little bit, but I have no doubt HBO Max has got it all handled. Eventually, when the series comes out in Christmas of 2026, you'll be seeing me breaking down each and every episode. Until then, I'll keep breaking down these trailers as they come out. If you want to check out my first ever reaction to this trailer, check it out on Instagram or TikTok. Both linked in the description. And we're done. Thank you all for sticking with me. Leave a comment what you thought about this trailer, anything you changed, what did you like, and I'll see you guys all next time. I've been The Wizard Project. Thanks for watching.